year! It's 2016! Yay! It's actually, I think, the 4th of January as I'm filming this. I think it's the 4th. The new year just began and already I lost count of the days, yay! And I just want to make a quick video before I go to Amsterdam today to meet up with a friend who's going to Italy for half a year or something. So, but I want to show you guys all the books that I got for Christmas because I was spoiled rotten again, as usual. And I basically just asked for books, as usual, and a few DVDs. And I'm really happy with what I got, and I hope you maybe get some inspiration of books you still want. Okay, so first of all, I basically want all the books by Brandon Sanderson because I'm currently obsessed with him. He's one of my favorite authors of all time, and I only discovered him like half a year ago or something. But yeah, I'm obsessed with his books, so I asked for all the books that I didn't have yet, and I got this one, The Alloy of Law, by Brandon Sanderson, which is basically book 4 in the Mistborn trilogy, but not really book 4. I don't want to say too much about this because actually I'm not gonna say almost anything about this because if you haven't read the Mistborn series yet, and you should, this will contain spoilers pretty much no matter what I say. The only thing I am gonna say is that it's filled with humor and twists as usual, as are all his books, and it's brilliant and engaging, and I seriously read this in 1 or 2 days because I already read this last year. Right after Christmas, and I love the main character, and who's called Wax. I really like him, and there's also another character called Wayne, who's the second there, I think, on the cover, and he's hilarious. He's probably one of my favorite characters of all time right now. And yeah, if you don't know Brandon Sanderson, go look him up, especially if you love fantasy. He is amazing. I cannot hype it enough, pretty much. And because Santa is incredibly awesome, I also got this book, also by Brandon Sanderson. It's the Stormlite Archive. This is book 1, The Way of Kings, and it's gigantic. Let me just put the other book next to it. It's huge, and I think it's got like let's see, almost 1300 pages. And I can't wait to read this. But I also set my reading goal to 100 books this year, and I really want to read this one. And I also got part 2, which is even bigger, and they're insane, and I can't wait to read them. But yeah, I'm gonna have to read some small books as well this year if we want to get the 100 mark. Unless they're so good that I read them in a day, which would be ridiculous, but you know, things have happened before. I'm not too sure what these are about, just that it's Brandon Sanderson, so I'm gonna love it either way. I also got the latest book in the Throne of Glass novel series, Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. And I absolutely love this series. I've read the first 2 books, and then there was this short story novella kind of book, and then I bought part 3, and this one was almost out then, so I just waited until I bought this one, but I got it for Christmas, and now I'm probably gonna reread the entire series and just read all of them now. And I'm really excited. If you don't know what this series is about, the first book is called Throne of Glass, and it's about this basically assassin who was caught and is in this terrible prison where you're not supposed to survive. Pretty much if you survive 3 or 4 months, you're amazing, because that's pretty much impossible. And she's freed there by the prince to become his champion in this weird game that they have set up, all the royals and stuff, to find the perfect assassin for the king. So the king she hates, by the way, who threw her in prison, but she would do anything to get out of that prison, so she goes along with it, and it's really, really interesting and funny and amazing, and you should read this. And I also got A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Anglais. I have no idea. There, you can see it there. I heard from a lot of people that this is one of their favorite books when they were kids. It's a classic, and also a lot of people who write fancy that they were influenced by this book, and just basically a lot of good things. So it's been on my to read / wish list for ages, and now I got it for Christmas. Yay! I also finally got The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. I've wanted to read this since it came out, but didn't have the money, and then ended up buying other books anyway, so I probably should have bought it then, but I didn't. And now I got it for Christmas, yay! Basically, this book takes place in the Kingkiller's Chronicle, which, you know, are his other two books by Patrick Rothfuss, and they're amazing, they're so good, they're really good fantasy books. I really had to get into the first book a little bit, but once you're in it, it's amazing. And the third book, I think we've been waiting for that for a few years now. At least I've been waiting for it for a few years, and other people who read like the books when they came out, they've been waiting for it longer. But at least this book came out, this little short novella, which is about Ori, which is one of the characters in the other series, and she's kind of this mysterious girl who lives under the school in tunnels, and the main character befriends her. But you don't know a lot about her, and this book tells that story, which is pretty cool, and I can't wait to read it. So yeah, again, really recommend this book. I also got The Map to Everywhere by Carrie Ryan and John Park Davies, and I just love this cover a lot. I basically sort of bought it, put it on my wish list on a whim, and then Santa bought it. It's about these two kids who both want to find the map to everywhere. This boy who comes from Pirate World wants to find it to find his father, and the girl, I think, just wants an adventure, I think. Oh no, to suburban schoolgirl Meryl, it's her only way home after getting stranded on the pirate stream, the magical waterway that connects all of creation, which sounds awesome. And basically they have to travel everywhere to find pieces of this map, and it just sounds really interesting. And again, I love the cover so much, and I can't wait to read this one either. And then last but not least, I got this one. It's the Magisterium, The Copper Gauntlet by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, and I read the first book and I absolutely loved it. It was interesting and funny and different, and there were some twists that I actually didn't see coming, which I really liked, because there was this point in the story, I'm not gonna say what, because that would be major spoiler, and I thought, oh, it's gonna go this way, but it went completely different way, and I really like that. And this is part 2, and I'm reading it right now. I'm still at the beginning, but already I really love it. It's basically about, the first book is about this kid who knows that magic exists, and there's a school called Magisterium where people with magical abilities go. And he's one of those people because his dad was one of those people, and his mom as well. But his dad hates the school and thinks it's too dangerous and terrible basically, and doesn't want his son to go. So they have been training him basically his whole life so that he can mess up on the test and not get accepted, but then he messes up on messing up basically because he has too much power, so it just comes through anyway. So he tries to fail, but he still gets chosen to be someone's apprentice, so he has to go to the school, and it's really interesting and awesome. And again, you should read this. It's amazing. Those are all the books that I got for Christmas. I'm really happy with them, and I'm gonna read them all pretty soon. Like I said, my goal for this year is 100 books. My goal for last year was 80 books, and I read 95 books this year. So I figured, you know, I can set it back to 80 or 90 or 95, but why not go the 100, because it has to be a challenge, and apparently I can read 95 books in a year. I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, I also wrote a blog post, by the way, on my blog BooksandLetters.org about New Year's resolutions and my thoughts on them, and a few of my resolutions, and how I think you have a bigger chance of actually gaining some of those goals you set. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna leave the link down below, or you can just go to BooksandLetters.org. I hope you like this video. This is the first video I've shot since, I think, since Halloween, because the last video I uploaded I actually shot at Halloween. I haven't shot a video since, because it was just crazy busy, and I was crazy busy, and I was working on myself a lot, and I just didn't have the energy or time to make videos. So sorry about that, but a new year, new chances, and I'm gonna try and make more videos and upload a bit more regularly. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful 2016 and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!